Warrant issued tonight for the man they call the worst landlord in New York. Hard to fathom anyone really wants that title, but no question, this guy has earned the label. Just ask his tenants in the Manhattan community of Washington Heights. Ask them the last time he fixed anything or got rid of vermin. His buildings, less like homes and more like a kind of hell. Here's Jim Dolan.
4-year-old Blake Rodriguez knows all about how dangerous life can be in a building owned by a bad landlord.
Suddenly I heard him scream, and when I went into the room, the ceiling had collapsed over him. And thankfully, it wasn't a major injury, but I mean, it hit his head.
Collapsing ceilings are just part of the problem. The view from the 3rd floor is of a thriving, wretched ecosystem all its own, with rats running freely. We were greeted by a few behind 709 West 170th Street tonight, the ones residents live with every day.
It's been a bit of a nightmare over the last few years.
Here, rats jealously guard the trash as if it's their own, as it piles up in the alley and at the curb. 705 and 709 are owned by Daniel 𝗙𝗢𝗟𝗟𝗢𝗪, who the city calls the worst landlord in New York. The stark and squalid conditions in the 2 buildings and his reluctance to make repairs caused the city to issue an arrest warrant for him today. He'll spend 60 days in jail when they find him, something tenants have been waiting for years.
They would withdraw the rent straight out of our bank account every month, but then we get no heat for 5 days every week. 3 days with heat, the rest of the time no heat, no hot water.
Some nights without heat?
Yes. And even that, around the time, sometimes my son was sick, and I would call, there's no water, there's no heat, they're impossible living conditions.
The arrest warrant, the public advocate's office said today, is a signal to the worst landlords around our city that severe negligence will lead to severe consequences. We were not able to contact Mr. 𝗙𝗙𝗟𝗟𝗢𝗪.
You need to pay for what you did. So you can't keep the building, give it to us.
After doing battle with this owner for more than 5 years, the residents here don't really have much of a sense of satisfaction over today's developments. What they want is for anyone to come in and fix their building so that they can live safely.